The silence hung heavy in the air. It was a silence thick with disappointment, a silence echoing the shattered dreams of an entire city. The Buffalo Bills once again had fallen short. The Kansas City Chiefs, their familiar tormentors, had snatched victory from their grasp in a gut-wrenching AFC Championship game. For the Bills faithful, the pain was all too familiar. It was a bitter cocktail of what could have been and what always seemed to be. The journey had been exhilarating, filled with moments of brilliance and a swagger that had many believing this was their year. But as the final whistle blew, the scoreboard told a cruel story, a story etched in the annals of Bills history. The weight of expectation, the burden of a city starved for a championship, proved too heavy a load to bear. The Bills, valiant in defeat, were left to grapple with the familiar sting of heartbreak, their Super Bowl dreams once again dissolving into the cold January air. Josh Allen, the Bills' talismanic quarterback, cut a forlorn figure as he walked off the field. The weight of the loss, the weight of expectations, was etched on his face. He had carried the hopes of a city on his broad shoulders all season, delivering moments of magic with his arm and his legs. But on this night, under the intense pressure of the AFC Championship, even the normally unflappable Allen faltered. The Chiefs' relentless pass rush, a force of nature spearheaded by Chris Jones, seemed to rattle the young quarterback. Gone was the laser-like precision, the effortless throws that had become his trademark. In their place were hurried decisions, miscommunications with receivers, and the sinking feeling that this wasn't going to be their night. Allen, a warrior to his core, never stopped battling. He willed his team forward, desperately trying to find a way to crack the Chiefs' code. But the pressure, relentless and unforgiving, took its toll. The throws sailed high, the connections went awry, and the dream of a Super Bowl slowly slipped through their fingers. The Bills' defense, the bedrock of their success all season, seemed uncharacteristically vulnerable. The Chiefs' offense, a well-oiled machine orchestrated by the masterful Patrick Mahomes, exposed cracks in the Bills' armor. Travis Kelce, Mahomes' favorite target, was a constant thorn in their side, finding seams in the coverage and moving the chains with frustrating ease. The Bills' secondary, a unit renowned for its tight coverage and ability to generate turnovers, struggled to contain the Chiefs' aerial assault. Mahomes, playing with his trademark swagger and improvisational brilliance, dissected the Bills' defense with surgical precision. The touchdowns came in quick succession, each score a hammer blow to the Bills' hopes. The defensive line, usually a force to be reckoned with, found it difficult to lay a glove on Mahomes. The Chiefs' offensive line, much maligned throughout the season, provided their quarterback with ample time to survey the field and find his receivers. The Bills, accustomed to dictating terms on defense, found themselves constantly on the back foot, chasing shadows as the Chiefs moved the ball at will. The Chiefs, with their potent offense firing on all cylinders, seemed to score at will. Every time the Bills threatened to wrestle back momentum, the Chiefs would answer with a demoralizing scoring drive. It was as if a crimson tide had washed over the field, slowly but surely drowning the Bills' hopes under a wave of offensive firepower. The Bills' offense, usually so explosive and dynamic, struggled to keep pace. The Chiefs' defense, content to give up short yardage and force the Bills to be patient, proved to be a shrewd strategy. The Bills, accustomed to big plays and quick strikes, found their rhythm disrupted. As the game wore on, the air seemed to thicken with a sense of inevitability. The Chiefs, with their experience and championship pedigree, were a machine in full flow. The Bills, despite their best efforts, were unable to stem the tide. The scoreboard, a stark reminder of the gulf in class on the night, reflected the Chiefs' dominance. For the Bills, the loss rekindled painful memories of playoff disappointments past. The ghosts of Wide Right, the Music City Miracle, and the drought years haunted the minds of the Bills faithful. The franchise, once a symbol of heartbreak and near misses, had been on the cusp of greatness for the past 6 seasons, yet the elusive Super Bowl title remained tantalizingly out of reach. The pain of this loss was magnified by the knowledge that the Bills had assembled a team capable of winning it all. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Von Miller, these were players who struck fear into the hearts of opponents. But on this night, against their nemesis, they had fallen short. The question now lingered. How would this team respond to yet another playoff setback? Would they be able to pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and come back stronger? Or would this loss, like the ghosts of playoffs past, cast a long shadow over the franchise? The Buffalo Bills under head coach Sean McDermott had become a model of consistency. 78 wins over the past 6 seasons, a testament to their work ethic, their culture, and their unwavering belief. Yet, despite their regular season dominance, they found themselves standing on the precipice of history, holding an unenviable record, the most wins in a 6-season span without a Super Bowl appearance. 78 wins, each one a testament to the team's talent and determination, but also a stark reminder of their inability to get over the final hurdle. The pressure, both internal and external, was mounting. The city of Buffalo, starved for a championship, yearned for their team to break through. The weight of history, the burden of expectation hung heavy over the franchise. Could this team, despite its regular season success, overcome the playoff demons that had haunted them for so long? Could they find a way to translate their regular season dominance into playoff glory? Josh Allen, with his cannon arm and infectious enthusiasm, had become the face of the franchise. He was the uncrowned king of Buffalo, adored by fans, and respected by opponents. His 7 playoff wins, a testament to his talent and leadership, placed him in an exclusive but unwanted category, the quarterback with the most playoff wins without a Super Bowl appearance. The statistic hung over him like a dark cloud, a constant reminder of the unfinished business that lay ahead. Allen, a fierce competitor driven by an insatiable desire to win, was acutely aware of the whispers, the doubts that crept in with each playoff defeat. The question remained, could Allen, despite his individual brilliance, lead his team to the promised land? Could he silence the doubters, rewrite the narrative, and etch his name alongside the greats of the game? The answer, like the elusive Super Bowl trophy, remained tantalizingly out of reach. The immediate aftermath of the loss was raw, the disappointment palpable. The Bills, their Super Bowl dreams shattered, were left to pick up the pieces of another heartbreaking playoff exit. The locker room, usually a sanctuary of laughter and camaraderie, was shrouded in a heavy silence. But amidst the disappointment, amidst the tears and the what-ifs, there was a glimmer of hope. This was a team forged in the fires of adversity, a team that had faced their share of setbacks and emerged stronger. The bond between the players, the unwavering belief in their coach, these were the foundations upon which they would rebuild. The journey back to the top would be long, arduous, and filled with challenges. But this was a team, a city, accustomed to overcoming obstacles. They would grieve this loss, learn from their mistakes, and come back stronger, their resolve hardened by the bitter taste of defeat. As the sun rose over Orchard Park, casting its golden glow on the empty stadium, a sense of quiet determination settled over the city of Buffalo. The loss to the Chiefs stung, a wound that would take time to heal. But amidst the pain, there was an understanding that this was not the end, but rather a new beginning. The Bills, under the guidance of Sean McDermott, and led by the indomitable spirit of Josh Allen, would be back. They would use this loss as fuel, a reminder of the heights they aspired to reach and the work required to get there. The journey would be arduous, the road fraught with challenges, but they would face it together, united in their pursuit of a championship. The dream, though deferred, was far from extinguished. The Buffalo Bills, their spirits unbroken, would rise again, their eyes firmly fixed on the prize that had eluded them for so long. The dawn after the darkness, filled with the promise of a new season, offered a glimmer of hope, a beacon of optimism for a franchise and a city